Thank you. Now, the next speaker, Dr. M. Thambidurai.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chairman, sir, giving the opportunity to express my views on the budget. At the outset, I want to tell, sir, our ADMK coordinator, O. Selvam, and also joint coordinator, Edapani Palaniswamy, on Wednesday said that union government would generate renewed hope among the people. That is our party's stand. There we are supporting this budget. So I rise to register the views of my party, All India Anna DMK party, on the present budget presented by the Honorable Finance Minister. First of all, I appreciate the enormous measures taken by the government of our beloved Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji to protect the economic interests of the country during the fearful pandemic, which has devastated the dreams and aspirations of many of all over the world. In the impact of lockdown and subsequent negative growth in the economy is felt by the countries of the world without exception. Few individuals and enterprises have gained, no doubt, but by and large, almost 90% of all industries and manufacturing units, including agriculture sector, have terribly affected and will or still not sure when it will get out of this darkness. So in spite of gloom and despair all around us, the government of Honorable Prime Minister Modi had reasonably done well in safeguarding our economy. My heartiest congratulations for what have been done and best wishes for the more power to the Prime Minister. Coming to the budget 2022-23, I am come across a survey conducted by independent services involving more than 40,000 respondents residing in 342 districts of India. The survey has indicated that 20% of citizens are thrilled with the budget and they see many benefits ranging from infrastructure growth to boosting spending and creating employment. 40% believe it will derive progress in at least our area. At the same time, sir, the absence of personal tax relief has been disappointing to a sizable percentage of survey percentage. That is the answer. I am appealing the Honorable Finance Minister to consider this. As our Reddy also said, speaking, this inflation is more, but our income tax that when we are charging is still we are continuing that. Well, if you, madam, if you allow, give more concession, the consumers, the taxpayers, definitely they will spend money that will circulate in the growth, definitely. Therefore, you have to take the opportunity to give, see, that exemption must be, that tax rate, that level has to be increased, that personal tax. Sir, and also, the Finance Minister has said in the budget speech that the productivity-linked incentive in the sectors for achieving the vision of Atma Nirbhar Bharat has received an excellent response. Madam Nirmala Sitharaman mentioned that there is a potential to create 60 lakh new jobs and an additional production of rupees 30 lakh crores during the next 5 years. I earnestly hope that ambitious plan comes true. India is now the factory of the world. India is now the laboratory of the world. India is now the hub of the young in the world. More than 50% of our population is young population. We have to make use of this wonderful resource which most countries do not have. The resource of human power is more important. Our young generation is getting good education, great mobility, and above all, our youth are full of aspiration and dream to have a better tomorrow for them and to their family. Hence, I please make sure that you complete your target of 60 lakhs of new jobs, create new mechanism to find jobs opportunity for our youth all over the world. It is not a brain drain by conquering. The world is through our skill labor. Sir, I would like to specially mention about the Prime Minister Gati Shakti, the 7 engines you have identified, namely roads, railways, airports, mass transport, waterways, and logistic infrastructure are the need of not only today's, but India, also tomorrow's India. With effectively and timely implemented these 7 engines of Prime Minister Gati Shakti will transform our economy. They will provide seamless multi-modal connectivity and effective logistics which India is badly need of. Sir, our finance minister is very thought of presenting the budget. Even though there are elections in the different states, it's not tempted her. Here she is come forward to put a realistic budget. As our Reddy said previously, she is the daughter-in-law of Andhra Pradesh, but she is daughter of Tamil Nadu. I think definitely she will help more Tamil Nadu, giving more schemes. That is my expecting that way. That is there. I think our budget will at us come. Sir, Finance Minister has announced that 7 lakh crore in capital expenditure and increase of 35% to bring the flagship economy back to the pre-pandemic level. There has been some attempt to assure farmers by committing rupees 2.37 lakh crore to produce wheat and paddy from 16.3 million farmers. The perennial problem in India is implementation. Large sums are allocated and grand schemes are announced, but they do not get spent as budgeted. The government is also outlined a blueprint for Amrit Kal, the next 25 years until the centenary of Indian independence of 2047. This is a laudable goal. Sir, I want to bring certain projects. For example, the Modi government has been working with the different models of public-private sector partnership and is constantly reviewing model concession agreements for the various modes of road construction of PPP. I was also Transport Minister, sir, you know, Vajpayee government brought this subject. But I am requesting Honorable Finance Minister to see that Tiruchirappalli, Karur, Coimbatore has maybe linked through 8 ways. That project is conceived already. Because when you are coming roads like that, the Tiruchirappalli connecting Coimbatore, you make 8-way road. Within 2 hours can reach from Coimbatore to Tiruchirappalli, connecting airport to airport. Therefore, that is an important subject which we are requesting you already. I requested our Transport Minister, accept the project. Project is now in the government. They have to allocate the money and spend it. And also, sir, regarding the railway thing, the other big infrastructure push for fiscal 2022-23 will be for the railways, which is getting up to carry 8,595 million passengers, almost 2.5 times the number it carried in the previous year, apart from the ferrying 1,470 million tons of cargo. Sir, regarding here also, I want to request my area, Jolarapete, Bargur, Krishnagiri, Hosur, your Bangalore, has to be connected. Already the project is announced. Because I am very thankful for the Finance Minister. She announced that Hosur area, this area is industrial, that is our defense corridor. When the defense corridor, we require that kind of railway infrastructure. Therefore, connecting Bangalore to that rail will go up to Puducherry. 3 states will be connected. Pondicherry, Tamil Nadu, and Karnataka will connect this kind of scheme. Therefore, please consider it and allocate the money. So, regarding the same way, sir, airports. Airports, another thing, pillars we said. You know very well, you are in Karnataka. We have to come to Hosur means we have to spend 3-4 hours to reach the airport. Therefore, our demand is to have an airport in Hosur. Hosur is already is private, Tanija airport is also there. They are ready to give for lease. And also it is Udan structure already accepted. Therefore, even the state government already given the tender. I appreciate that what they have done. Therefore, I request the finance minister to see that to bring the airport for that Hosur, that will give faster boost the development of that area and also connecting the congestion in the Bengaluru airport that will help us. That is the thing, sir. So another, regarding
You have another 2 minutes, sir.
sir, okay, sir, I'm going to conclude that. So apart from that, sir, generally, I have seen the newspaper, when you are more interested to internal security. As we are allocating defense, you have to allocate for home ministry also. The home ministry must see that law and order, even though state subject, they have to give more money to state governments, then only they can do. Modernization more important. But at the same time, news has come, sharp fall in police exam revamp funds, as many states fail to utilize them. That is the, it has come. But if at all states are utilizing, center you spend it. Your IPS cadre is with you. You modernize them and they depute them. We have no objection. Therefore, in turn, now, because of the law and order, many places we are facing the country deteriorating. So, there are thefts are going, child abusing, and women's insurgence and security. There are so many things. As you are giving important defense, you have to give the home, you have to save the lives of the citizens of this country. For that, you recover the budget must be given more allocation for the modernization of this police force. And the centers to come forward. Without centers, the state government cannot do that. And also states, sir, you know GST, after coming GST, most of the funds come to the central government. Central government is telling, yes, they are getting lakhs of crores of rupees every month, go on increasing. What about the states? The states are not getting sufficient fund. That is, since your madam is telling, but because after coming GST, I know, our party ADMK is opposed to GST. We have not voted for at that time. It is brought by the Congress. They are only brought. It's now we are suffering. That is why the sources of the state governments are going down. Therefore, it has a high time to see that central government to come forward to give more allocation. And also arrears. The GST arrears, lot of arrears state governments are paying. Tamil Nadu especially is also facing. Therefore, I request the Honourable Finance Minister to see that this can be, I'm going to conclude, sir. Sir, I like this. Finally, I want to say, our Honourable, I welcome the emergency security linked guarantee scheme extended by up to March 2023. The 2 lakhs crores additional credit for MSME is very much needed during the pandemic situation. You have promised many more incentives and inputs to agriculture and other essential sectors. I wish you keep your target and time schedule to complete and fulfill your promises. With these words, I wholeheartedly welcome the budgets presented by the Honorable Finance Minister, daughter of Tamil Nadu and daughter of the nation of India, to see that justice been given. And I once again congratulate for Prime Minister Modi ji has given entrusted her to present this budget. I thank once again.
Thank you, Thambidurai ji. The next speaker,